My brother found the truck in the summer of 1981 in a little town called Preston, Missouri. And it was actually during his cross-country bicycle trip that this happened. He had stopped for a cold drink, was asking about old trucks, thought he might find a good one out there. He was looking for one. And he found this one, put a deposit down, and finished his bike trip out to California. Then stopped back in Missouri to wrap up the truck deal. Threw the bicycle in the back of the truck and drove this 1949 Chevy from Missouri straight to Ohio to make it in time for that year's family reunion. And it was right there at our grandmother's house, just down the road from the family farm, where I saw the truck for the first time. And I've loved it ever since, from that moment. Now, we've been having these family reunions every summer, every August, since 1969. So we're coming up on the 50th. 2018 will be the 50th family reunion, and we're all looking forward to that. And that's part of the story as well, which I'll get into more here in just a bit. But, of course, the truck ends up back in Connecticut. Peter used it as a work truck for 4 or 5 years, and then parked it in his garage when we finished building his house. And there it sat for the better part of 2 decades. And the entire time, I relentlessly harassed him about getting it back on the road. I just wanted to see the truck go down the road. I've always loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing on wheels. And, for one reason or another, he could never make it happen. He always wanted to get the truck restored, but things kept happening. He had the family, 3 kids, and eventually they're starting to get old enough to drive. So one day I get a phone call, and he says, hey, Matthew's, starting to drive. He said, we got to get a car. He said, I got to clear out the garage space. Do you want the truck? And he didn't have to ask me twice. So we made a deal, and the truck has been mine since about 2003. Now, there's sort of a common theme running through this story. Of course, Peter found the truck during his epic cross-country bicycle trip. Our mother had always wanted to do her own big-time road trip. Of course, we've been doing these 600-mile road trips to Ohio, each direction every year, growing up. So we were used to the road trips. She wanted to expand on that. She talked specifically, and I remember this, she talked about driving the entire Alaskan highway. And I heard that, and I said, let's go, I'm in. Well, sadly, that never happened. And the story that I've written, the short story I've written about the truck in our family, explains all the details. And that's on the blog, johnsoldtruck.com. You can find links to the full story. But so there's this common theme. Peter finds the truck during his big trip. Mom always wanted to make her big trip. I want to make my big trip in the truck, cross country, coast to coast, featuring a full-length run of Route 66. And I want the trip to wrap up, to culminate in a return to Ohio with the truck, where I saw it for the first time for our 50th family reunion in 2018. And I think when you combine all those things, it makes for a great story. And, America's love affair with the open road, Route 66, the beautiful scenery from coast to coast that you run into. I just think it would make a great reality show. I think people would like it. I would love to tell the story. I love every truck, every car, whatever you're driving, every one of these vehicles has a story.